The federal government has set aside 700 billion naira from the Federation account for the implementation of the distribution of free electricity meters under the Presidential Metering Initiative, according to the Special Advisor to the Minister of Power on Strategic Communications and Media, Bolaji Tunji. Now, what this paragraph is saying is that the federal government has set aside 700 billion naira for the distribution of free electricity meters to Nigerians. So, however, if the electricity companies in Nigeria know that this initiative by the federal government of Nigeria is an audio initiative, if they know that there's no truth in what the government is saying, if they know that there's ambiguity to the news, hence they have to explain better to Nigerians, they should come and start explaining right now. Because very soon, Nigerians would have the right to ask them for one of the free meters as paid for by the Nigerian government. It's not tomorrow now they will say, oh, you read the news, you did not understand the news. They will say, oh, what they said in the report is not what they are doing in reality. They will say, oh, the government did not give them any money to give out free meters to Nigerians. That is what they're going to start saying. Because what they do is that first they hit you with estimated bill, outrageous bill that you cannot comprehend. You look around your house and you ask yourself, did I use all of this in a month? And then they tell you that if you're not happy with the billing, the estimated billing, you should come and buy meter. And the meter is very expensive. Some people look at the price of the meter and say, well, I can't afford it. And so you continue with the estimated billing and your problems continues with them. For some people, they pay small money and their debt continues to pile up. So now, the government has said, we have plans to meter the entire country. And so they are setting aside 700 billion naira for that purpose. Now, if this news needs to be explained better, the electricity companies have to come and explain now to Nigerians, saying, this initiative by the federal government, this is how it ought to go. These are the people to benefit. These are the areas to benefit. So that if your area is mentioned, then you're expecting. Because the bottom line is, free meters will be distributed to Nigerians under the initiative, under the metering initiative by the federal government. Hence, 700 billion naira has been set aside for that purpose. So, if there's a part of Nigeria that ought to benefit, the companies need to tell Nigerians because Nigerians are expecting. So, if they know that there's ambiguity to the report, if they know that there's more to explain to the initiative by the federal government, if they know that this initiative by the federal government is an audio initiative, they have to start explaining right now. They have to bring out their representatives to explain to their customers saying, this is how, or this is the plan, or that. Because Nigerians are expecting free meters so that this estimated billing thing will stop. Let us see where the changes will come from. Because whether there's light or whether there's no light, you end up paying so much money at the end of the month. Basically, what happens? Some people say it's intentional self that they don't give them light. So they move the light elsewhere to places where people have meters. Because they know that whether you have light or whether you don't have light, estimated billing is estimated billing. You pay the same amount every month. I'm sure that a lot of people are yearning for these meters, but they can't afford it. So if the federal government is saying that, well, there's a plan to meter the entire Nigeria and we're carrying out a metering initiative, and the electricity companies think that this needs to be further explained, they have to start explaining right now because we deserve that. We need to know. We need to understand. Not tomorrow now they will say we did not understand the news. The news is as clear as it is. Unless there's a whole lot to explain more, then they have to come and do it.